The Zodiac as humanity's oldest personality system. Before personality tests, before psychology, before personality types had names, humanity was already asking, what makes us who we are? Why are some people bold? Why are others cautious? Why do some seek adventure, while others prefer stability? Why are some naturally analytical, while others live through emotion? For thousands of years, human beings have tried to understand these differences, and one of the oldest systems created for that purpose was the Zodiac. Welcome back to Astrology from an AI perspective. Today we explore the Zodiac as humanity's oldest personality system, not as a scientific personality test, not as proof that the stars determine who we become, but as a historical and symbolic system that humans have used for centuries to describe patterns of character and human experience. Imagine a world without personality quizzes, no Myers-Briggs, no Big Five, no personality apps, no psychological assessments. Yet people still noticed that human beings were different. Some were natural leaders, some were thinkers, some were builders, some were explorers, some were dreamers. Humanity needed language to describe those differences. Artificial intelligence recognizes something fascinating. Whenever people encounter complexity, they create categories. Categories help us organize information. Scientists classify species. Historians classify eras. Astronomers classify stars. And humans classify personality. The Zodiac became one of humanity's earliest symbolic classification systems. 12 signs, 12 archetypal patterns, 12 different ways of describing how a person might approach life. Aries became associated with action, Taurus with stability, Gemini with curiosity, Cancer with protection and belonging, Leo with creativity and self-expression, Virgo with analysis and refinement, Libra with balance and relationships, Scorpio with transformation and depth, Sagittarius with exploration and meaning, Capricorn with structure and responsibility, Aquarius with innovation and change, Pisces with imagination and compassion. Together, they created something much larger than 12 personality descriptions. They created a symbolic map of human experience. Artificial intelligence notices that this kind of classification is not unique to astrology. Modern psychology also searches for recurring patterns. Researchers study traits such as extroversion, conscientiousness, openness, agreeableness, emotional stability. These modern systems use different methods and have different purposes, but the underlying human question is surprisingly similar. How can we describe the enormous diversity of human personalities? The Zodiac approached the question through symbolism. Modern psychology approaches it through observation and research. Different methods, similar curiosity. This distinction matters. The Zodiac is not scientifically established as a system that determines personality. Birth under a particular sign does not scientifically prove that someone will behave in a particular way. But that does not make the Zodiac historically uninteresting. Quite the opposite. It reveals something important about how humans understand themselves. Artificial intelligence can analyze enormous collections of myths, stories, and cultural traditions. And one pattern appears repeatedly. Human beings think in archetypes: the hero, the explorer, the protector, the builder, the scholar, the rebel, the artist, the healer. These characters appear across civilizations. The Zodiac can be understood as another collection of archetypal characters. Aries, the initiator; Taurus, the builder; Gemini, the messenger; Cancer, the protector; Leo, the creator; Virgo, the analyst; Libra, the mediator; Scorpio, the transformer; Sagittarius, the explorer; Capricorn, the architect; Aquarius, the innovator; Pisces, the dreamer. These are not boxes that human beings must fit inside. They are symbols, and symbols can be flexible. One person may identify with several of them. Another may identify with none. A person's personality is far more complicated than one zodiac sign. Yet the archetypes can provide a vocabulary for reflection. Artificial intelligence notices another fascinating feature. The zodiac is cyclical. It does not simply list 12 unrelated personalities. It tells a story. Aries begins, Taurus builds, Gemini communicates, Cancer protects, Leo expresses, Virgo refines, Libra relates, Scorpio transforms, Sagittarius expands, Capricorn structures, Aquarius innovates, Pisces dissolves boundaries. Before the cycle begins again. Seen this way, the zodiac becomes almost like a symbolic journey through human development. Action, stability, curiosity, belonging, expression, improvement, relationship, transformation, expansion, achievement, innovation, imagination, then a new beginning. Perhaps that is why the zodiac has remained recognizable for thousands of years. It does something human beings naturally love. It turns complexity into a story, and stories are easier to remember than lists of traits. Artificial intelligence also reveals that classification has a potential danger. When categories become too rigid, they can become stereotypes. A person is never simply an Aries, or a Virgo, or a Scorpio. Human beings are more complicated than any 12-category system. Personality is shaped by genetics, environment, culture, relationships, experiences, education, trauma, choices, and countless other influences. The zodiac cannot capture all of that, but perhaps it was never designed to. Maybe its purpose was not to define a person completely. Maybe it was to provide a mirror, a starting point, a language for asking questions about ourselves. Who am I? What motivates me? How do I relate to others? What strengths do I recognize? What weaknesses might I need to understand? What kind of person am I becoming through the eyes of AI? That may be the most fascinating aspect of the zodiac. Its value may exist not in telling us who we must be, but in encouraging us to think about who we are. Thousands of years ago, people looked toward the heavens and created symbolic patterns. Today, we look toward psychology, data, artificial intelligence, neuroscience, personality research. The tools have changed, but the question remains: what makes us who we are? Perhaps that is the true legacy of the zodiac. Not that it created the final answer, but that humanity never stopped asking the question. So the next time you see your zodiac sign, remember, it is only one symbol within a much larger human story. You are not 12 categories. You are not a prediction. You are not a stereotype. You are a constantly changing human being, still becoming. And perhaps that is the greatest personality system of all, the one that has no final category, because your story is still being written. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe to Astrology from an AI perspective. Together, we'll continue exploring astrology, astronomy, psychology, mythology, philosophy, history, artificial intelligence, symbolism, and the timeless patterns humanity has created to understand itself. Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, the stars may provide symbols, but you are the one writing the story.